Dave Nickel, race director on the start grid. Very, very tense moments for these riders. There's the man, the new champion, bike number 2. Van der Bosch, Terry Van der Bosch, been sensational here, but it's a full front row. So we see Eddie Sill to the left of your screen. The S1 final, Yamaha Supermoto. Down they go, the lights are out. Let's have a look. It's Kenny Gardner who gets a flying start. All riders go through quite neatly, but have a look at that. Straight away, a huge gap. A little tangle from some of the other riders, but it's Van der Bosch who's got a great run. All the riders are going very hard. Bike number 5 there is Kunzel. He really is putting in a big run. As you see, I cannot believe how much the KTM of bike number 2, Terry Van der Bosch, has already got out as they come through the flip-flop section of the circuit. Down the very fast back straight away, backing it in, number 5 there. Kunzel puts in a big run as we go back around onto the dirt section. Very tentative the first time as they come through. Bike number 31 going through there is Bolt, Stefan Bolt, putting in a great run at the moment. A little bit of dust for the riders at the back, but Van der Bosch at the front. He has no problems. So we watch them go through over the jump. This is an area you do not want to have any problem. A full field of riders coming through down under to Australia for this. The Yamaha Supermoto as they come through back into turn 1. It's Terry Van der Bosch from Kunzel, Bolt, back to Delphine, Sill and Gallio. Munzo, Kenny Gardner, Johnson. That's Shannon Johnson on the Honda machine. He's a long way back. The horsepower of the big KTMs is really set to this circuit. Oh, a nice big slide as they come into there. Couldn't quite pick up the number. There goes bike number 7. That is Sill. He is putting in a great run. Eddie Sill, but he has got a huge group behind him. The 2 Vertimati riders right in behind him as well. Tips it in nicely. Eddie Sill having a great run at the moment. Then we go back and see Kenny Gardner's a long way back. The riders fighting to the dirt section of the circuit. As they come around out wide, it is a great run there from the Husky. There's the big KTM, bike number 3, Kenny Gardner. Johnson back in there, bike number 10 we're travelling with now. That is Max Munzo. Dusty conditions, difficult for the riders as they come back into turn number 1. You can see it's Van der Bosch who has really got out at the moment. He's putting in a great run at the moment. Terry Van der Bosch. So we'll take you through the grid down the very fast, straight to the top through Alpine Star. Tip it into the turn. Plenty of sliding happening here at the moment. Ooh, a little bit side to the inside. Flips it back through. These riders really are putting it all on the line here in Australia. Down into laser turn once again. This is bike 31 putting in a great run at the moment. Stefan Bolt in through the Yamaha part of the circuit and a big bunch of riders, the rest to follow through. We can see them coming through now, very difficult in the dusty conditions. Up over the jump, bike number 19 putting in a big run is Delphine. Behind him is Giardo. He's putting in a great run as well. As they tip it back into the turn. Back up to the top of the hill, travelling with bike number 10, Monzo. Bike number 3 going through there now, putting in a good run. Oh! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was right around the top of the TV stand. I think there was a few moments there, and more than one person starting to feel that. A big tap up the outside. That was amazing stuff as he went into the turn number 3. Let's see the replay. Bike number 10 it is, going in there very hard. Munzo, 21 it is, who is sent out into the wilderness. Giardo, have a look at that. That is unbelievable. Bike number 21 has a great save there. A lot of runoff here at the circuit, and at that high speed it is needed. Bike number 3 goes through there now. That is Klaus Kenny Gardner. He's under pressure from one of the top road racers down under in Australia in bike number 95. Have a look at that. That bike number 3, around 85 horsepower. You go back behind him to 53. Pip Harris has built that. He's a pretty happy man, the man from Honda that has built that machine and seeing it go so well here at our first Supermoto. Bike number 31 comes back down. A great run from Stephen Bolt. We have a look through the figures now. After 4 laps, these guys are still mixing it very, very strongly. As they oh, look at that. That is what it's all about. That is sliding into the turn. Eddie Seal is putting plenty of pressure on bike number 31, Stefan Bolt. These two guys have put on a great show, both on the Husqvarna machines. Bolt and Seal it is. They are going at it hammer and tongs down under in Australia. Factory Husky boys having plenty of fun, and they're putting on a ding-dong battle down under. As they tip it back in, this is great images coming your way. Up the climb they go again. It is 31, Stefan Bolt. Behind him is bike number 7, that is Eddie Seal. These guys putting in a great one. Shannon Johnson up to 7th place, Monzo into 8th. Over the top of the hill they come. There is nothing between these guys. Flipping it back through. Very short lap times here. They're getting around the circuit at the moment in under 1 minute. As they slide it in, look at that, underneath he goes. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, take your hat off. That is Supermoto at its best. Seal goes up. Sensational stuff, but not to let him get away. Stefan Bolt will be putting the challenge back up. Oh, a little bit wonky on the outside as they crest around to the jump section of the circuit. Bike number 7, Eddie Seal, he is all over the Husqvarna machine, putting in a great run, up into 3rd place. Let's have a look at that once more for you. He tips it in, slides it underneath, pulls the foot in from the railing. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's all about. Welcome down under. Supermoto action coming your way. Seal, what a sensational run. We're travelling back with him now. This is sensational stuff. Round the outside. Back down the hill. Can bike number 31, Stefan Bolt, make up any ground? They are leaving the rest of the field. Of course, the man out in front, we haven't even spoke about Terry van der Bosch. He has left the field. Comes to lead on bike 5 in 2nd, but the action is all coming from Seal. Sensational stuff. We see Mark Avard go down into that part of the circuit. Avard running in, he's a fair way back. We'll try and pick up where Avard's running. Mark Avard in 14th position on bike number 26. Avard's out of it. Who cares where Avard is? The action's up the front. As we travel with bike number 48 coming through there now, that's Frederick Ferrantino. He's having a great run. Mark Avard in 15th now. Ferrantino's gone past him, so Avard, he needs to wind up the digit and get the kangaroo bouncing down under here in Australia. As we see all the action coming your way, this is sensational stuff. Terry van der Bosch leads the way. He really is unstoppable, as you've seen all season long for the Mozart fans. Van der Bosch has been absolutely sensational. Big group of riders coming back down now as we see them come through. 19 is Gail Stalfer back there in 20th place. So the Aussies are a long way back, but it's Johnson up in 7th, and he is on probably the least powerful machine in the field. The world champion in 1st place, Terry van der Bosch. This guy is out for a Sunday ride down under. All one bike out and very wide there. That is Frederick Rio. He not too sure what's happened to him, looking to restart the engine. So the day's over for this fellow. Very disappointing as he tries to fire up the machine. Bike number 11, Frederick Rio on the factory Vor machine. Much disappointment to travel all those miles. But the race is still on as we see Seal come through. Oh, look at this. A lot of pressure again on bike number 31 of Bolt. He is coming under pressure now. What's the big KTM? Can he get around him? Of course, we're travelling with Klaus Kiegardner and number 31 going through there in front of him. The pressure has been on Stefan Bolt all the way, and he now knows. This is where the pass was made before. Can he go underneath him? Kenny Gardner, he's looking to tip it in. Not quite that time. Round onto the dirt section of the circuit. I tell you what, if you're not enjoying this all over the world, we certainly are down under here in the land of Oz. This is where the pressure tank is at the moment. Bike 99 coming around there. Bike 99 is Mick Kelly. He puts it down. Mick Kelly on the Husaberg from Australia. Not a good place to put it down on the landing area of the jump. Back to Seal, who comes through. Then back to Bolt. Kenny Gardner there putting plenty of pressure on. Oh! Kenny Gardner goes down. Now, we saw him go down in the qualifier. What can he do? He was putting the pressure on. He spins it back around. Kenny Gardner is a long way back. You're going to see some sensational stuff from this man now, because we're at the business end, ladies and gentlemen. If he doesn't get it happening now, 9 laps into this race. Okay, 9 laps in, 15 laps remaining. Sensational stuff. Here it is again. He comes in, just pushes the front too hard. It is all over for this man. He was trying so hard, but he won't have given up. He's fired the big girl up, and he's going back out there. So we'll have to catch up with how he's running a little bit later. As they come back around, there's bike number 5 in second place. That's Kunzel. He's having a great run out there at the moment. Look at this, the big KTM. They are unstoppable, the big KTM machines, as they come around. Bike 99 off the circuit, pushing it back, trying to do the bump start. Mick Kelly, son, it looks like it's all over for you. No, he's fired the big girl up, but he's already a couple of laps down. It's no more fun for him, but surely he's enjoyed it. As we come back, bike number 5 comes through. That's Jorgen Kunzel. He really, a little wide as he gives it a tweak around through the bitumen section. This is sensational stuff. Bike number 5. I tell you, if you're not enjoying it, this is unbelievable. Fantastic stuff as the big KTM comes around. Fires it up nicely. Off the jump, launches it through. Nice tight shots with Kunzel. Seal in third. Let's have a look and see if he's starting to close the gap a little bit, because Seal has been working very hard. There's the man in second. We all know that Terry Vanderbosch, he could go now and ride a kangaroo. He's that far out in front. As we see Seal come through at the moment, bouncing around. He really is putting in a big run at the moment. Takes the leg down through turn number 2. Seal putting in a big one. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, lap 11 of 24. Tips it in nicely through the top part of the circuit. Great vision coming your way here. Oh, this is sensational stuff. Tips it through the turn nicely. Then we go back to number 31 behind him. That's Bolt. He was coming under pressure from Kenny Gardner, but it's all very comfortable for the bike number 31 as he slides it in through the turn there. Off the brakes, releases it onto the dirt section through Radisson. These guys are doing the business. Bike number 10 we're travelling with now, that's Max Monzo. He's coming under pressure from bike 19. That's the factory Vertimati of Gerald Delphin. Then we go back to Delphin in 6th place. Sensational stuff as they come through. As we said, a little bit dusty out there on the granite-style soil, but they're getting the power down as they come through. Bike 31 goes through there. Here's the race at the moment we're travelling with. Bike number 10, ladies and gentlemen. Max, Monzo, she starts to bite in. He's feeling the pressure. These guys are closer than a postage stamp to an envelope as they come through. You can throw a blanket over them around the top part of the circuit. I tell you what, all the Husky riders have been finding the pressure. So we see bike 19 now. When they come down here, the Vertimati factory riders have been doing the biggest slides all weekend. Let's have a look. Can he get underneath him? He's having a dip at it at the moment. Tilts it in. Nicely done. He's not over pushing it. Runs a little bit wide. But I think if you're on a Husky this weekend, it's called pressure. Bike number 7. This is the moment that he had before. We caught it from another view as he comes up the hill. Sensational stuff. Bike number 10, still running very well, Max Monzo, but he's under so much pressure. Ladies and gentlemen, he's feeling every bit of that Vertimati behind him. He'd just about be able to hear the thing as they come back onto this start area. This is great stuff. Have a look at it, ladies and gentlemen. We know that Vanderbosch, he's gone. So is Kunzel and Seal. They're already comfortable. Bolt, but this is the challenge at the moment. Bike number 10. What a sensational run from Max Monzo, but he's coming under a lot of pressure from Delphine behind him. One rider out a bit wide. Looks like one of the Australians pulling to the side of the track. The Aussies are a long way back. Mark Avard in 15. Greg Moss, he's a little bit further back. Here comes our road race legend. But these guys, this is the back of the pack. Every bit important. There's Kenny Gardner. He has got a lot of work to do. He's in 13th place, I think, at the moment, Kenny Gardner. So, hey, how disappointing is that? He was a long way back, but still he's putting in the pressure. As we see Mark Avard go through at the moment. Well, I tell you come all the way to Australia, we can show you the koalas and the kangaroos, and we can show you some fierce motard action. A little bit difficult for the riders there as they come through in the dry conditions, a very drought time. Bike number 16 is travelling through there. That is Heinbach coming under pressure from Avard as they come around now. Bike number 16 going through there, as I said, that was Heinbach. He's coming under pressure from Avard. So Mark Avard trying to put some more pressure on and get another position up. Avard, these guys currently running in 14th and 15th respectively as they come through this very fast part of the circuit. Oh, the pressure cooker. More pressure now for the Husky riders. They are coming under a lot of pressure at the moment. Team Husky 31. I tell you, he might be starting to feel a bit hot with the heat down here and plenty of heat on the back of him. Bike number 10 comes through, Munzo. He's getting a little out of control. And the Vertimati, it is putting all the pressure on the Huskies at the moment. 19, Delphine. If he keeps this pressure up, he can see himself move up a couple of positions. And that's what it's all about, all important points as they come back around. Oh, nip and tuck there from bike number 10, putting it in. Munzo. I tell you, I have not seen so much pressure at the moment. The guys are getting down under the bars. Can they tip it in? Goes to go underneath, out wide. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not enjoying it, go and make a coffee. It doesn't get any better than this. Have a look as they come through the turn. This is sensational stuff. Who cares about the man out in front? We know what he's doing. He's winning. This is where the action is. As they tip it into the turn round through Supermoto.com, you can see these guys going so hard into the Redson dirt section. And I tell you what, this is where the pressure cooker is. Have a look at that. In the back of it, it's an Aussie. He'll smoke these guys. Oh, Van der Bosch. He's that far in front. He's parking under a tree. Maybe not. Disappointment for Van der Bosch. So that puts Kunzel into the lead still. Moves everybody up a tad. So how much pressure is going to be on these guys? As we see, bike number... Van der Bosch has gone down. We just don't know what's happened there. But this is where the action's coming, and there's an Aussie. That red bike, that's an Aussie in the back. Kunzel, Sill, Bolt, Munzo, Delphine, and Johnson gets into the top 6. Have a look at him. He's no motarder. He's a road racer. Oh, disappointing images as the world champion walks back. But everybody must have a bad day. Van der Bosch, we're not too sure what's happened. I can tell you the way he's walking, he's not looking real happy either. He's over it. But we're not over it. He's... Oh! Goodbye, sweetheart. There's Johnson underneath the Vertimati. I tell you, these Aussie boys, they're going hard at the moment. I tell you what, there's that much pressure on bike number 31. That was Stefan Bolt. He really is having a hard one at the moment. Johnson up into 6th place. He's gone through. That was the last time, but he's going to move up a little bit more because Bolt was in 3rd place. He's moved back. Let's check it as they come across the timing loop once again. Here it is, Max Munzo. Have a look at that. Johnson, 4th place. Take that, the rest of the world. A little meeny-weeny Honda 450, mixing it with the factory bikes from all around the world. Johnson, what's this? The knee goes out. He's a road racer. No foot out, that guy. Sad story, first time out for the KTM, but the championship wrapped up, so probably not so much. He can go back and try a nice cold VB. The lapping flag's out. Get out of the way. The race is coming your way, and here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Shannon Johnson got the knee scraper down. Maybe it doesn't look like orthodox motor, but who cares? He's an Aussie, and he's doing the business. In 4th place, Shannon Johnson. And here we go, some more pressure on one of the Huskies. The Vertimatis... He's in there as well, but have a look. Johnson, can he get up the inside? The difference here, ladies and gentlemen, the Honda can get all the power to the ground, but these other guys, they can't. Kunzel out in front. He's got clear vision. Coming up on Sean Giles. He's going to put a lap down on our Australian Superbike champion. But ladies and gentlemen, he's on a trail bike. That is a DRZ 400, and he's just out there having some fun. He sees the flag out, pulls out a little bit wider. This is where the action is. Right to here, down under Australia. Have a look at that. Johnson, if he can get into the top 3, the party will be huge. VB for everybody. As they come around now at the moment, we see what a great battle this is. Bike number 10, Monzo Dolphin. Look at that, he's got the knee out. He ain't interested in sliding. I spoke to him before the race. He said these guys' mid-corner speed is slow. He's showing it. I can tell you the Aussie crowd's calling for Shannon Johnson to wind the wick up on the CRF 450. My good friend Pip Harris, I reckon she'll need a rebuild. That thing hasn't got plenty of air. These guys are going sensational at the moment. Gets the knee down. Bike number 19 coming through. He's having a good run. That is Gerald Delphine. It doesn't get much better than this. If we go back, here he is again. Look at that. He's got the knee down. One with the knee down, one with the foot out. He's looking, what is this? A little Honda behind me. That's what they used to deliver the mail down under in Australia. Little Hondas all over the back of the big Husky. These guys are going warp speed. Oh, a little difficult. The dust now starting to float across the track, but doesn't seem to be bothering the speed. Can Johnson go underneath him? He has the ability. One tips it in, one tips the knee out. Oh, Johnson running a little bit wide. Can he nip it back in? He is all over him like a rash, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, oh, pressure. See, that's it. The good Aussie lad putting plenty of pressure on bike number 10. That's Munzo going through. Oh, look at that. Lost a bit of drive. A great run there for 19. Delphine, he's put a great run in at the moment. So Delphine on the Vertimati, he's been there, we've seen him, he's been on the back of this man Monzo a few times, and he might be able to move himself up. So as they come around, the positions have changed. It is Monzo in third, Delphine back, your leader is still Kunzel from Seal, but this is where all the action is. Has a look out the back, these guys are wondering what's happening, having a great look, but can the Vertimati get up onto the podium? That's the question now. Johnson now losing a bit of drive as we see that. Look at that. Round the outside, the Vertimati. It really has got the power down on the dirt section of the circuit. Travelling back now with 10, Monzo. He's going great. There's Johnson round the outside. Woo, hello. Thanks for coming, Dolly. He has a look over the shoulder. He's shaking his head. How can he go around the outside? Mate, he's using a different tactic to you. That's what it's about down under here in Australia. Johnson looks back. No one behind these guys. This is a great race. Can the Vertimati get onto the podium? Can the Honda get onto the podium? At the moment, the podium looks like this. KTM, Husqvarna. That's the podium. That's what counts. There it is. Monzo is in third. Delphine and Johnson. I tell you, this is a great race as we see Delphine come through. Johnson, so different to the motard style we are seeing. They've stopped looking around. They're at the business end. We have only 3 laps remaining, so the business is out. The riders would know exactly where they're at of the track. 21 and 24, and this is the race. Nothing to take away from Kunzel, who is leading this, and still in second place, but this is where the action is. I can tell you, though, that Max Munzo, he is doing a great job. He's had the pressure put on him several times, but he has withstood all the pressure. The Aussie on the CRF 450 Honda. It really is a mini bike compared to the power of some of these other machines, but the rider is taking it to the task. But back to the pressure cooker again. Changes the line, gets the power down as they come back over the top onto the bitumen. I tell you, the Vertimati knows there is only 2 laps remaining. If he is going to pass Monzo, we're going to see it coming your way shortly as Delphine puts all the pressure on. He only has 1.5 laps remaining to make it onto the podium for Vertimati as they come through the very fast part of the circuit. It doesn't get much better than this. Round through the S's. One of the most common places to pass is in this section of the circuit. Not quite close enough to Monzo at the moment. Manzo it is who is running in third. This is the fight for the last position on the podium. Can Johnson get up to fourth? Whatever he does, he only had a ride on the bike this week. And down goes Johnson, but depending on where he is, how quick he can restart the bike. No, he's lost another position, so he was really trying hard. Shannon Johnson puts it down, but he's done himself proud. A road racer, and then he's put it down, so that's how it works. We are now on the final lap as he comes around. Bike number 5, he's putting in a great job at the moment. This is Kunzel. He's putting in a great job. You can't do much better than that. Disappointment for Terry van der Bosch, but the KTM team still will take out the number 1 position on the podium. As I said, last lap, he comes around now. Nice tight shots as they come through. Down through the Yamaha part of the circuit. No time to make a mistake. Very comfortable, quite slow. Has a look over the shoulder. He has a similar lead to what Van der Bosch. Checkered flag goes out. Have a look at that. I'll dance for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is a great run to Kunzel, who has gone through and taking it out. Checkered flag being waved a long way back to the next rider, which was Seal on the Husky. A lap down there, that was Giles. Here's somebody who's got plenty to be excited about. Well, whatever you're doing around the world, I'm sure you've enjoyed this action. Bike number 19 comes through. He's very happy. I would say Delphine has moved himself up in the championship. Bike number 3, what a great finish to Kenny Gardner. Moved back up to 6th after putting the bike down. But there's only one winner, and they can have a look at that. Hello, Australia. And the crowd here are really enjoying the action. This has been sensational. The Yamaha Supermoto Grand Prix of Australia Jorgen Kunzel wins it on the KTM machine. It doesn't get much better than that. We didn't get to see much of him because the racing pressure was all back. Disappointment for Van der Bosch, as we said, but KTM can be very happy. Great images as he comes around. There is a man that will fly home from Australia with a smile from ear to ear. Well, every race is Van der Bosch. This guy has broken the drought, whether it be for a bike problem or whatever, but have a look at that. That's what this sport is about. A couple of mechanics there who obviously work very, very hard, but it's a complete team effort. The excitement there just tells you the story of how great it is. You see our officials sending down bike 7 going through, who was in second place. That was Seal Munzo. And then 19 went through. That was Delphine. And Delphine was running in the championship. We'll have a look at where he was running in the championship. Delphine, I think you'll find. There's Delphine running second in the championship. And I'd say that would have confirmed his second. Having a look at the final standings. Jorgen Kunzel, Eddie Seal, Munzo, Delphine. These guys very, very happy. Mark Avard back there in 13th, one of the Aussies. But whoever you've been barracking for, we trust you've been enjoying all the action that you've got from this, the Yamaha Supermoto Grand Prix of Australia at Broadford. A little town some 70 kilometres from its capital city, Melbourne. Stauffer in 17, Giles 18th, Shannon Johnson, what a great effort running in 4th, but finishes it at 19th. Gilliard, Cheney. This is what it's all about. 4 riders there not to finish. Disappointment for them. But this man, very, very, very happy. That is Kunzel walking down. Well, his trip to Australia has been one that he will remember. As he comes back down, Cheryl Muldoon from the marketing department of Yamaha up there where it's all the action's happening. This is sensational stuff. The crowd here will go away from this being totally mesmerised and amazed. There can be only one winner in each race, and great to see the first win for the championship. And that is something special for any rider to win a round of the World Championship. It's been pretty much a KTM, well, not pretty much, it has been KTM all year, but look at that as he heads to the podium. More big cuddles and much adulation from these guys. He makes his way up to the podium. Well, a great ride also to Seal, Eddie Seal in second place. He had a sensational ride. And Munzo, well, you've got to take your hat off to him, ladies and gentlemen. He had 3 or 4 riders put the pressure on him. There's the podium of Australia. Yamaha Grand Prix of Australia 2002, the final to what has been a sensational series. Ustream have put it together year 1. It couldn't get much better than this. From all the people down under in Australia, it's a big thanks to Ustream for bringing us a new sport. As from here we move on in Australia, we will have now a national championship. We will grow Motard to catch all of you around the rest of the world. We have been able to produce the Michael Dillons.
How was the race? È stata una gara stupenda, una gara durissima, la trasferta oltreoceano è stata dura, però siamo stati ricompensati con un buon terzo posto. Ringrazio tutto il team, tutta l'organizzazione Supermoto, Giuseppe Luongo e tutti quelli che credono nel Supermoto. Speriamo vivamente che questo Supermoto continui nel migliore dei modi. Grazie a tutti. Grazie, ciao. Max ha detto giustamente che è stata una gara molto dura.
Well, some happy men on the podium there. As we look back, look at this bike number 10, Munzo, who finished 3rd. It's a big race, but at the end of the day, he's on the podium. Very important for Team Husqvarna. There's plenty of air over the jump. There's Johnson behind him. Back now to Philip Romani.
Okay, the second position, so I think it's a good job to do it for you today. Yes, for sure. I'm very happy to finish second today at the end of the championship.
I am very unlucky the last few races, and that's so happy to finish second, and that's a good thing for next year.
Thank you very much. Ça va la peg?
Sensational stuff as we see Eddie Seal. So great news for Husqvarna. 2 bikes on the podium. They'd be very happy with that. Breaking a bit of a drought and getting them up there on the podium, a very important time.
Jürgen, so you finished first. I think it's a good thing because you are the first one to stop the Van den Bosch rain. So what is your feeling today?
My feeling was very great, sure. I win my first race in the World Championship. I'm very, very happy for me and for my team, for KTM. Okay, Thierry become problem. That's its racing. For me, I'm very happy.
So what do we expect for next year now?
We must look for next year. Next year it's better for me. I can drive all races in the World Championship, and okay, we see for the next season.
So don't be shy. You would like to be world champion anyway.
Oh no. It's other people's here. It's very fast, and I look for the next season too.
Thank you very much. Enjoy. Bye bye, Jürgen.
Very happy man. Here's the man who took it out, bike number 5. That's what excitement is. A great run there. Jordan Combs will take it out. Disappointment for his teammates, but at the end of the day, it's KTM on the podium. And, I guess you just cannot win every weekend. These are images of a man who will never forget his trip down under to Australia. Bike number 5 sits proud on the podium. The images now of our operator here, bringing out the
Yamaha Supermoto
marketing director from the marketing department of Australia, Cheryl Muldoon. Yamaha has been a great supporter. Onto the podium there, 3rd place. Darryl Hiddle, president of the promoter here, Motorcycling Victoria. That's something that they'll be very proud of. Having a look at that, that'll remind them of a podium finish in Australia. Stood into 2nd position. Maybe next time, son, maybe next time. Very, very good, but I'm sure he would like to just step up onto the top level. So we see the crowd here. What a great run. Look at that, Husqvarna. Congratulations to your riders from all of us down under in Australia. What a sensational job. The man in 2nd, Eddie Seal. Wolfgang Zerb from the CMS presenting that one.
And only 1 place.
That's where it was, Victoria, Australia.
Factory KTM.
The winner. This is what it comes to. Look at that smile. Lucky he didn't do that on the circuit, ladies and gentlemen. That would have been a bit disappointing for the KTM fans. But he has taken it out and done it in fine style. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 3 of the happiest men in Australia today on the podium of the Yamaha Grand Prix of Australia. Supermotard has a big future, and I'm sure it'll have a big future down here in Australia as well. Team manager of KTM receiving his Chevy from Giuseppe Leongo from Youthstream. Smiles everywhere. See the Australian commentator now getting some information. Dougie Duke's now starting to find out what's happening, but these guys are very, very happy. There's the podium of the winners here in Australia. As we draw near a close of this telecast to you, we hope you've enjoyed watching it. And we certainly welcome you back next year to catch all the action of S1 2003. Plenty more of excitement. I'm sure new riders will join S1. It really is the way of the future, with riders from motocross and everything coming around. Championship, they have been unstoppable. Husqvarna in 2nd from Vertimati, Vor, Yamaha and Honda. Great to see the Yamaha and the Honda because, of course, the manufacturers will be now building towards this as the way of the future. So look now, I guess, for the national anthem of the winner. All the photographers getting their shots. The smiles don't get much bigger than this. Well, boys, welcome. We wish you all the best for the new season from down here in Australia, but disappointment, I guess, for KTM not to have the world champion on the podium, but to have one of your riders there is sensational as well. Fine tradition down here. If these boys are on fire, we'll get a couple of wet T-shirts with the champagne, and all is good on the podium. I guess when you stand on that podium, you don't mind wearing the champagne for the rest of the evening. Some pretty happy times here, as tradition has it. And they fill our podium girls with the champagne down under here in Australia. Pair of goggles about to go out to the crowd. We'll have another swing. And 4 of them went down, 1 caught it. Oh, no, he's going to throw a helmet. No way. I want to be out there. I need to catch it. Oh, it's only a pair of goggles. Somebody down under in Australia has just had their day made. Great stuff. Look at the sportsmanship from Cumsell to throw his helmet out there. I guess he doesn't need to wear it again this season. As we go back, look at the start. Bike number 2 was sensational. He was out of there, but unfortunately mechanical failure caused the world champion Terry Vanderbilt to withdraw from the race. We trust you've enjoyed your vision from down under in Australia, ladies and gentlemen, as we just take you back to some of the sensational action of this awesome event. Whoa, this was one moment. Up around the stands they go. Plenty of runoff. Some riders will leave with the fondest of memories, and we trust and hope that they have all had a good time. Look at that seal. That was a sensational move. Teammates, there's no team orders out here at the moment. There was one rider who went down, very slippery conditions, obviously kept the engine running, so that was a pretty good move. That was bike number 99, which would have been one of the Australian riders. Mick Kelly. That was a disappointment one, putting a lot of pressure on Kenny Gardner. Klaus Kenny Gardner went down. He was in 3rd position, but that allowed Seal to go through. Have a look at the images. We trust you've enjoyed. Ooh, you can see these bikes really working hard in very warm conditions here in Australia. It was a disappointing moment for Terry Vanderbosch as he had to return to the paddock, knowing for once he was not on the podium. But somebody else's misfortune is this man's happy day in Jorgen Cumsell, who takes it out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we not far off leaving you here in Australia, so on behalf of all the people down under, we thank you for joining us. As we look back at the podium, and they are the bikes that made the day here in Australia. There's somebody who's just had a little bit too much sun. The crowd certainly enjoying all the action as they have a look around. And the crowd starts to leave the circuit. Big kisses from the girls down under. That would make you want to visit Australia, wouldn't it? I think we need to go and say hello to the Yamaha girls. A big thanks to Yamaha. Without their support, it wouldn't have been here. 2 motocross Grand Prix, an international 6-day enduro, and this, the Supermoto Grand Prix, one of the most exciting events you can witness, brought to you by Yamaha. They have done a sensational job in supporting all the events. Thanks for joining us down under. There's Van der Bosch, a disappointing man. As we see Van der Bosch go around, we'll take the opportunity to say goodbye, farewell, and see you next year from down under in Australia. Cheerio.